Problems of lead contaminating the water in Flint, Michigan's made national headlines recently. Now, some in western Mahoning County are wondering if their water is safe and why they're only learning about it now when tests were conducted months ago. We've had team coverage on this developing story ever since we first told you about it last night at 10 and 11. Now we continue at 6, beginning with First News reporter Jerry Ricciuti on what officials in Sebring think might be the source.
As local officials walked out of the Sebring water plant this morning, they insist there is nothing wrong here.
There's no lead and copper coming out of the plant. There's also no lead and copper in the main distribution system.
But Sebring City Manager Richard Giroux confirms results from routine quarterly testing of the water showed trace lead and copper levels in 7 of the 40 residential locations where samples are taken. He tells me workers are now checking pH levels in the water to see if they're too acidic.
Everybody knows that normal pH for water is 7, so this may be coming out at maybe 6.5, which is enough to leach the water, or leach the lead and copper out of residential service lines and residential plumbing.
Workers with the village and the Ohio EPA went out this morning and collected new samples for testing. Although the system serves 8,100 customers in Sebring, Beloit, and Smith Township, Giroux says the concern is really for older homes and buildings like schools that would have been built prior to 1983.
So the older houses that have lead service lines and lead copper, or copper service lines with lead solder, that's maybe what the acidic water is leaching out.
The problem sample showed lead levels at 21 parts per billion. Federal standards require action for any readings above 15 parts per billion.
Technically, from what I understand, we're in compliance. It's just exceeding what they consider normal for those particular samples.
But until the latest batch of test results is known, officials are urging pregnant women and children to avoid using water from the system and suggesting others flush their faucets before drinking or bathing.
Between 30 seconds and 2 minutes to be certain that the water is cold coming out. It's not what's coming out or been sitting in your tap or in your lines in your home.
For now, officials hope to get results from schools in the village back this weekend and others no later than Monday. Jerry Ricciuti, WKBN 27 First News.